what, you only live once, Dubai it is.
And then they were like, well, the sooner the better. And I was like, screw it. So I just went.
Don't want to start with saying. We're back with another episode of Beyond the Sale. So today I've got two of our property consultants, Lucy, Georgina, also known as Lil G.
Big up.
Oh my God. So we are just going to talk a bit about moving to Dubai, getting set up and all that jazz that everyone always wants to know. So how long have you both been in Dubai?
I have been here since March the 28th, to be precise. I've been here since April the 28th, to be precise.
No, I didn't know. Keeping it all exact. So how did you find the process of moving to Dubai? Talk us through what you decided to come out here for, or what attracted you to being in Dubai?
Mine was a little bit different. So the last job I was in, I actually got made redundant. And then I was doing property back at home. And I was like, you know what? I don't fancy this anymore.
It's not a bit of me.
It's not a bit of me being at home. I would rather not be here. So I thought, do you know what? You only live once. Dubai it is. Obviously, being on holiday here before, it was like, do you know what? I'm going to allow the UK and I'm going to give it a shot.
Leave the rain.
Yeah, leave the rain, leave the cloud, the grey, the boringness, and like, why not?
Yeah.
So literally within the month of like me losing my job, I was like here.
The quick turnaround.
Yeah, it was a very quick turnaround, and like I had the support from my mum and dad, and they were just like, go for it, kid. So yeah, it was a very quick turnaround, and for not 1 second did I like question it. Like, I know a lot of people get on.
I think that's what you have to do when you move countries. You just have to go.
You can't think about it too much and question everything. I was the same pretty much. I got like the job offer, and I was going to come in like July. I was like a couple months to save more money. And then they were like, well, the sooner the better. And I was like, screw it. So I just booked my flight. Like, within like a month, I got the job offer.
I think any country I've ever been to and like lived in, it's like a last minute thing, and I'm just like, quick go.
Yeah, because if you think about it, then you won't go.
Yeah, I think that's
so many people hesitate as well. Like,
and so many people think, oh, if I just had a bit more money, or if I did this for a little bit longer and stuff like that, I think you just have to make the leap, don't you?
And then you might get stuck in a rock at home, and no one.
And then you get trapped.
I honestly think, like, I can't believe people are born in one place and then stay there for the rest of their life, like in a 9-to-5 job that, like, I mean, fair enough if that's what some people want to do, but I could just never see myself doing that. So I literally was just like, get me out of here. And then, like I say, it was within a month I was here.
Quick turnaround. Straight out. So how did you find sort of finding an apartment and sort of getting set up?
I went through Guy Last.
Okay.
Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah, I think so.
I went through Guy Last. So that's like a recruitment agency for Dubai. And they, to be honest, help you with everything. Yeah. I'm lucky I've got family out here already. So I had a place to stay from day dot. Yeah. But if you haven't, Guy Last can help with that. But to be honest, like, if you're in touch with other people in Dubai that work at the same company that you're moving out to, they'll recommend places for you.
I found it, a lot of people, I had a lot of friends that already lived in Dubai, and they say Facebook groups for everything.
And the Facebook groups, I joined them before I came. Luckily, I'm the same. I've got family friends over here, so I'm staying with them. But Guy Last help you pretty much with everything. And then the expats in Dubai groups on Facebook. Yeah. There's so much hints and tips, whether it's how much money you should bring out, how much cars cost, how much just general groceries and everything cost, because it gives you all the information there. And everyone seems to be really helpful. Like, no one's hesitant to, like, they want to help you because everyone's been in our position. Even starting this job, you start, and everyone's been in the position where you're just a little bit terrified. You're just moving. Everything's new and exciting. And then, so they're like, right, this is what I did, and it's really useful, really.
Yeah, so true. That's Brits in Dubai, and then there's the ATB one.
There's a girls one as well.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, ATB is like the women only one, but yeah, you can make friends on there. Like, literally, if you just put in a chat like, moving to Dubai, need friends.
Everyone's so nice in it, aren't they? I always see girls posting in the group chats and stuff saying about going out and stuff like that. So I think that makes it a lot easier because you then can meet people that you obviously...
And you can bond over being like new here. And if you're scared about anything, they understand because they've either been through it or they're going through it at the same time, so they can help you and
definitely
meet up for a coffee. So
I think the thing with Macona's as well, everyone, I've said it before, everyone's very family orientated out there. It's very close working environment. So a lot of us have a lot of friends within the company, don't we, that we all then spend time with, like we're all friends.
Absolutely. I feel like a lot of my only friends are. No, it's like a family from a family, and there's nothing nicer than that, like coming into work, and it literally is like family away from home.
So did you either of you have any friends? Obviously you've got family out here, but before you came you didn't actually have any groups of friends?
No,
no friends. No friends at home, no friends out here.
No, literally, no. I joined a Facebook group and I'm like good friends with those girls now. When I first came to Dubai, I just commented on something. Now we're all really good friends. Done a few brunches, got drunk together, and so now I've got like good friends there. And then obviously here, it's like I mean, you spend so much time here, and when you're having a bad day, like there's always someone that you can be like,
it is handy. In the snack drawer.
Did you feel like moving out here with someone that you knew put you in like a... So I moved out here and I was living with my cousins, and because I had them, I wasn't really getting out there as much as I would if I was on my own, because I had them.
I wasn't too bad because where I'd lived in Spain before and then moved from Spain here, I had a lot of friends that then did the same thing. They live in Spain in the summer and then they'll come to Dubai for the winter. So I did have sort of some friends and things like that, but I think a couple of the boys that I'm friends with that I used to live with, I then originally started off and I spent a lot of time with them, and now they've gone home for the summer, and now but no, I had obviously then made other friends as well. But I think you do need to get out there, don't you? You need to make new friends.
You just got to put yourself even though like I'm living with a family friend, she's always encouraging me like, you're not out tonight if it's a Friday or something. She's always like, just go to... But it's so easy in Dubai. You can go to a bar and you just start chatting to someone.
Because at some points, everybody that was here was in that situation. So I think a lot of people here are a lot more understanding about that situation.
100%. Yeah, it's different. Everyone's like-minded, aren't they? They're all here for the same reasons. And like, so for example, I now know your friends.
Because then you sort of introduce each other, and then to the friends that and stuff like that. No, it is good. So you obviously both came out here, you both drive as well like that. Did you find setting up with cars and things like that? How did you find that?
I didn't even think about it, to be honest. I didn't even think, oh God, I'm gonna have to drive on the wrong side of the road. And I didn't realise, I mean, I'd been here on holiday before, but how bad the roads actually are here. Like,
it's
what
so
are they like?
Scary driving. I've driven in quite a few different countries, but this is something.
So like a 12-lane motorway, isn't it?
Is it?
Or is it
I think it'd been slightly exaggerated.
I don't think
it feels like that when you're on the road, because you're sat there and it feels like there's every car coming from every direction, and everyone just loops between everything.
How there's not more accidents, I don't know. But I used a company called Swap, who were the only company that would give me a car because I'm 20 and I think you've got to be like 23, is it here? So like, or 21 and over, something like that. Anyway, Swap are really good. Got a naughty little Ramadan deal and got it for a barg. It's about £300 a month for a car.
It's cheaper here than it is in the UK. Like mine's about £300, and it's not
cheaper
too bad.
than the UK.
No. Really?
Have you seen your cars, girls? I'm sorry.
Literally, I was paying.
Don't judge the sunnies. And also, if you're coming to Dubai, don't judge sunnies because everyone has
or
one.
an Atterage. Like you will be driving the Atterage. Absolutely.
You've got to just lower yourself before you make any money. Because that's what I'm doing.
Humble yourself. No, because we all came from like decent cars back then.
Yeah, we're all talking about
You're
Audis
all
and BMWs, and now it's like, so now I drive a Nissan Sunny. Probably worth about £1,000.
Honestly, like the first time I got in it, I was trying to merge on the 12-lane motorway. And I was putting my foot down and it just wouldn't go. I almost killed myself. Like it was just
Also, I'd just like to add, G is very traumatic.
I'm not.
Not 12 lanes. Actually, didn't really get out.
I did. I swear. No, it's all. Well, you get used to it, don't you?
It's like anything. It's like the weather. When I first got here, I got off the plane, was like, nah, I'm not coping with this. But you soon climatize, and it's just getting hotter. So.
Oh, wow. We've still got like a good 10 degrees.
Yeah.
This summer.
Yeah.
Wow. But take the good with the bad.
Yeah, exactly.
You get used to the driving for sure. Like 100%. You
get into your own, like, I don't know.
And I think with real estate as well, with being an agent and stuff like that, it's so hard. Like, you couldn't do your job really without having a car.
It'd be impossible because you'd have to get taxis everywhere. Like, the first like week or so, I got a car straight away, but I know some of the guys didn't.
Yeah.
And for the first couple of weeks, they kept getting taxis to where they are. And my location's pretty far out anyway, but I know they were quite far out, and they were spending, God knows, like hundreds of dirhams just on taxis there. So it's worth getting a car.
Yeah, definitely. 100%. Especially if you're coming out to do real estate, 100%.
Our office is in the area that I do, and I still wouldn't walk like in the 45-degree heat in heels.
Even walking to your car, you're like,
even walking to the car is like absolutely not. So no, get a car. You must get a car.
So how did you find it starting in real estate?
Full on. I mean, I didn't do it at home, so this is like completely new to me, but I think I'm kind of glad I didn't. I've got nothing to come from. So I did a completely different thing. I did sales, but it was completely different. But real estate as a whole out here is so different. Like, even the process. So I bought a house in England, but how they do it out here is just like, sign a bit of paper and you just hand over like 1 million dirham. Like, it's just mental. Like, I don't know how they do it. But there seems to be no rules. But it's just crazy. Like, every day is so different. Like, you could not line out your day.
No,
at all.
It's a bit like chucking you in at the deep end, basically. I don't think there's a better way to learn than learning on the job. Like, you could sit in a training room for 3 weeks if you wanted to, but you're not going to get the same training that you get actually out there. McCone offer obviously a great training academy, which I don't know if any other agencies even do that.
I don't think a lot of people do, not that I'm aware of, but I think it's a great start for agents, especially if it's a new career path and stuff like that for a lot of people that do come over. Obviously you have like full support, don't you? And
100%.
That's the thing with McCone, because we're obviously quite a close-knit team. Any questions you have, you can ask anyone, and and if they don't know it, they'll find out for you. And even like, Sam, that's the managing director, I still feel like I could message him at God knows what time.
100%.
Like, quickly.
Yeah.
I've got like a quick voice note about, it could be any question. There's no stupid question. Like, I don't hesitate.
Yeah.
Even though sometimes I do feel a bit dumb, but it does happen. Like,
no, because nothing's straightforward here. Like, even all the tenancy rules. Like, can you evict a tenant? And it's just like I say, here it's just so weird. It's not straightforward like at home.
It feels like there's no rules, but there is. Like, but it feels so blasé about so many things. But then all of a sudden there'll be a rule put in place, and I'm like, well, you can do this, but you can't do that. Like, basically the landlords just don't have any rules. Like, there is no right to it.
It does change a lot, and I think a lot of people have very high expectations out here, don't they, of what they want from a property. So they could find the ideal property, and then they'll say, "Oh, can I just have the landlord put a swimming pool in or something?" Someone had that the other day, and I was just like,
I had it. They were like, right, and then someone wanted to change where the front door was because of they had to have the door facing a certain way for like religious reasons. So he put an offer in, it was accepted, lovely, and then he was like, actually, I want to change where the front door goes. Like, obviously the landlord was a bit like,
how are we going to take the front door?
And he's like, we're going to take it out and then put a window there, and it didn't happen. But you get the weirdest requests ever.
Whereas if in England, say you went to look at a property, you'd literally be like, yep, front door there, this is the garden. Like,
cool, 2 bedrooms, nice, is what I was after.
But especially if you're renting something, I would never, if you rented something in England, you'd never say, sorry, can we just put a swimming pool?
Sorry, can we just change the front door and we need to put a window in there? Like,
they just would never do it.
Wild requests out here.
They put like a list. Like, I have clients, I'm like, right, so what's your requirements? And they will literally write like half a book just to let me know what they want, and they will not compromise no matter what you say. I could be like, right, you just need to compromise for your budget. No,
I think it's like the smallest things as well sometimes. Like a sofa, if it's furnished, or they don't like the sofa.
Was it Lauren that had someone that was like, I'll put an offer in, but the coat hangers need to be gone out of the wardrobe,
and the towels need to be gone from the drawers.
Like, okay, if you don't want the free coat hangers, I'll take them.
That's quite all right.
You're coming home with me.
You're coming home with me.
So do you think sort of moving to Dubai was what you expected? That's the reality.
Yes and no. I think I don't know actually.
Did you think you'd be on the noodle diet for like a month?
No. Let's just take a moment just to talk about Lucy's noodle diet.
Oh my god.
Breakfast, lunch,
dinner, noodles. But I mean,
I don't cook either though, so I can't actually.
Like it's just the way. Like even if you have money, I think when you don't know when your next paycheck's going to come in.
Absolutely.
I just overthink it. Like I've done a couple deals, but I'm not touching that money
until you know your
that
next one's
I'm
coming
settled,
in,
and then I feel more confident that I have got more coming in.
Yeah, I feel
so
like
the noodle diet I do recommend if you're going to choose.
But you can get a multi-pack for about 10 dirham.
Multi-pack for about 6 dirham in Carrefour if you are thinking of coming over. And then you can I don't know, the options you can, and a bit of toast. Yeah, noodles on toast, mix it up a bit.
Did you say noodles on toast?
No.
Yeah. I was distracted by the snacks arriving, but did you just say noodles on toast?
Noodles on toast is actually not that bad. When you get to a point where I'm at, it's just mixing it up.
Yeah, you gotta try new things.
I mean, I'm in Dubai, try everything once, but
oh my god,
I'm speechless.
Yeah, I know. Well, when I first got here, I went to Spinneys. That was the first mistake. Don't ever go to Spinneys if you want cheap.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
And Jessica, a pack of chicken, 400 grams, was £13. Great British pounds.
Really?
£13.
You've got to go Carrefour
and get the crap chicken. Get the frozen chicken. It's that bad.
You might have a funny tummy for just a smudge, but same with the noodle diet. You've got to just compromise.
I think I've been living very differently.
You've been living the high life. You're not a real estate agent.
Yeah, you're on a salary, lad.
Yeah.
No, it's
that's the first thing I googled when I got here. I was like, right, cheapest supermarkets. I went Outback and Beyond for one once. When
I've not cooked one meal in 6 months.
To be honest, it did take me like 2 months until I cooked my first meal, which was rice and tuna.
Oh, is that classed as cooking?
Well, everything else was just a takeaway before that. To be fair,
eat yourself in.
Yeah. See, I've not had a takeaway yet. I'm not.
What?
No.
I order from Kareem
every
lunch and dinner every day.
Really? I haven't ordered from Kareem, only a taxi.
See, you're not even in Dubai. I think you're somewhere else.
I feel like I'm just really. I've done like budget living before, so I've just smashed it. I'm so good at it.
I
love that.
Yeah,
you have got to be careful. I feel like that's a lot of people's mistake.
Yeah, it's probably a mistake.
But I think so many people come here and they think it's something. I don't know. I didn't get many pre-warnings before. I don't know anyone only the family friend that lives here, but she didn't really tell me because she's on a hella dollar. So like it didn't phase her with money. But when I first got here, I was like, right, where's the cheap shampoos? Where's this? And she goes, oh, cheap? I don't know. Like it doesn't phase her because she's minted.
Yeah.
But I'd love it if someone told me like the week before to like stock up on dry shampoo.
Yeah, dry shampoo is number one.
Dry shampoo, face wipes.
I used a lot of it today.
The no salary life, like honestly.
Yeah, it's dry shampoo is like number one. I got Ethan to bring out like 2 massive bottles when he came out, and I bought 2 massive ones because it's over here. It's like it's just a joke. It's like for a little one, it's like £8.
What? Yeah.
Yeah, for a little one, £8 for the Batiste dry shampoo.
I've got cheap stuff, but don't do it. Always go Batiste. Don't do it.
Yeah. Or talcum powder, Chantel always says.
Imperial leather, always, all the way.
Talcum powder.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you've given out all the hair tips, girl.
Oh, yeah, sorry, we completely...
Oh, no, we haven't actually. The water will ruin your hair.
Oh, yeah.
You need to get a filter for the shower.
Get a filter for the shower, and also if you're blonde, get purple shampoo.
Yeah.
Very important.
I'm not blonde, but I know that.
Very, very much. Sorry, one more thing. Discussing the price of a fish and chip shop here, right? So, have you ever been to, I can't remember what it's called in JVC, is it Bob's? Fish and chips. £60, 2 people, fish and chips, that's it. £60.
Well, I won't be attending.
So just save that until you go to the seaside.
Yeah. I will be eating all the fish and chips when I'm back at home.
So, in your job roles, talking about expectations, not the price of shampoos, was that on the same scale of shocked or?
I don't think so. I don't really.
I think I came over here knowing it was going to be like hard work.
Yeah.
Like they don't candy get. That's the best thing I think with McCone as well in the interview. They are so straightforward with you what to expect. Kind of the targets, what you'll struggle with. You'll have your good days, bad days. You'll have a cry. You'll have a few mental breakdowns. But the good days do outweigh the bad. And I can vouch for that. Like when I'm having a bad day, I just have to remember how I felt when I was having a good one. You have to wait a few days to get it.
I think everyone has that situation as well. Yeah. Like, even though I'm not an agent, I've been there.
I think because you're away from home. So if you're having a bad day, you can't just go to your mum's. Like you can't pop home and be like, I'm just going to pop home to my mum's and like she can look after me. Yeah. So I think
it's the worst when you're ill.
When you're feeling a bit rough.
What do you think has been the hardest?
I genuinely do think it's when you're having like a down day or when you feel ill. So like when I cracked my head open, all I wanted to do was like be at home, like in my bedroom, be able to go speak to my dad, sit on the sofa with my dad, or like get my mum to make me a jacket potato. Like I think when you're under the weather, like when I first got it was like a month in, and I had a cold, and I was like, that's the most petty thing to get like about, but I was having a down day anyway. So you just want to go back to your mum's. Like that's the only thing. But then the next day you'll forget about that and you'll have a good day. Yeah. And everyone around you here will be like,
everyone is so supportive like that as well. Again, it's like everyone is in the same situation.
Everyone gives like pep talks here as well. Like you know who to go to. Like, right, I need a motivation. Like even this morning, I was like, I need a motivational speech to get me through. And then you go to that go-to person, and then they make you feel better because they've been in that position. That's the best thing about real estate, I guess. Everyone's been in your position when you're like having a tough time. Yeah. So
definitely. What do you find kind of one of the biggest challenges though as being an agent?
Rejection. It's like my love life, honestly.
You didn't even have to think about that.
Rejected.
It's like my love life, just because like today I had viewings and now like
I think it's so fast paced, isn't it? It can change. It can all be going forward. You're having someone about to sign a contract and you think, yep, I'm coming in with a big bucks.
That's the thing, is when you have that excitement, they're like, they've put in an offer and then the landlord won't accept it. And like you get that buzz, then you're like, put down again. And then the landlord does accept it, but then the tenant pulls out and you're like, it's an emotional roller coaster. So you've got to have a personality for this job. I think like you've got to have a strong will behind you. Like the strongest person could have the worst days. Yeah. Like
I think we all are quite strong people. Everyone here, they have big personalities as well. And
you've got
even the best break.
I think everyone's had their Brit like little meltdown, and it's so normal. You'll just be like, everyone's like, you're right. I was like, yeah, I had a bit of meltdown yesterday, and they're like, oh, I cried. Yeah, and then you just talk. You're so open with it. Like, I cried for about an hour, but it's fine. Like, it just
we're back in the game.
And then you get a deal the next day, and you're like, no biggie. I cried yesterday.
But I've just
I'm rich now. I can chill. Yeah. No, I haven't had a breakdown yet, but that is because there's not a lot going on up here. It's like what I always just think in my head, like, what is the worst that's going to happen? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, what's the worst that's going to, what is physically, I mean, it's gutting when you've literally on the verge of getting a deal signed and then someone drops out or something drops out. But I always, what do I say? When these like came, obviously I'd been here for a month. I said, listen, do not celebrate anything until that money's in your, like physically in your hand, because it's not a deal until you've got it.
I think that's a big thing that a lot of people actually do wrong when they first come into it.
I think as well is what I got wrong. So I've just had like my first like proper day off since starting this job. Like in 6 weeks, I was like, I'm having one day where I just like completely think about myself, face mask a lot, because you can completely outrun yourself down. And like, that's when I had my meltdown, because I lost out on a deal. They even signed the contract. I'm not gonna swear. And then they like literally just chucked it in my face, and I just worked flat out to get like another deal like that. And I just sat in the car, and I remember our manager like came and saved me because I got locked out from security. It doesn't happen that often, but and I think I was like, oh my god, I can't do it anymore. But give yourself a break. Like go to the beach, even if you like someone asked you for a viewing. I cannot recommend it enough, and I didn't listen to them when they told me to do it. I was like, now I need to work. I need to work. I need to make money, but I didn't listen to them. But
you do need to take time out for yourself, as much as you want to be there and kind of be accepting and running around and trying to kind of your hardest to get everything to go through, but you do need to take time out for yourself. At some
you
point.
Will burn yourself out otherwise, and so many people have done it. And it's like, it's kind of like with food, like you're gonna diet, right? Everything relates back to food. It's just such a you're gonna diet, right? and then you like eating so strict, and then the weekend you have one bad thing, and then you're like, oh my god, I've had one bad thing, I'm just gonna eat crap the whole weekend. It's kind of like that, like you're so focused on work, and then you have one day off, and then you're like, oh, this is nice, I'm gonna have 3 days off. Like it's about being balanced and consistent. So have a weekend off every now and then,
and also treat yourself. Like I know money's tight at the beginning. I know I'm on the noodle diet because I'm being a bit of a hypocrite, but like I did get a foot massage the other day because I was having a bad day, and I was like my one day off, and I was like, I'm gonna have a foot massage, and it's like and honestly I felt like a new woman. I came out like, okay, I just felt completely different. I was like, I needed that, and then the next day I was like, right, now I'm back to like grinding and stuff.
I think it kind of, once you refresh, you can then go back with a clearer mindset and go back more positive and then focus again. It's just like a kind of reset button, isn't it, that you just need sometimes.
Oh, definitely. You definitely
100%. Going back to like the hardest thing though, for me, it's like doing all the hard work. So you do the calls, you get the listing, you go take the photos, you do the viewings, and then it's like you lose it to another agent. And that's just like the worst thing ever, because at the end of the day, you can't help that, because if another agent gets there first with the right client, like there's nothing you can do.
You just have to keep telling yourself like there's so much competition out there. Like someone else has also lost out. You're not the only one losing that deal. Like there's other agents working on it. So, and then it's like, right, it is what it is, and you have to just jump on to the next thing. You can't dwell, or else you'll lose other deals from dwelling on it.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I've been guilty of that. When I lost a deal, I was like, that's when I had to
you kind of just get so wrapped up in it and think, it's all gone,
and then you blame yourself. But it's the industry. Like you always blame yourself. Like, what could I have done? It's like, actually no. It's like everyone's doing the same thing. It's
just on to the next.
On the next one.
What would be your biggest advice for people that are wanting to sort of move out to Dubai and get into the real estate industry?
Bring cash.
I was just about to say, I was like, bring more dollar than you think you need.
How much would you think people need to bring as a setup?
It's different for us because we've been like
living. We've been really lucky because we had rent free. But if I had to pay rent, I probably wouldn't be here actually. But I would recommend like, I reckon £7,000 to £10,000. That is, because just for your pure setup of like pay the first few months rent. And then even like little things like going to your weekly shop to make sure you cook as well. Petrol, your car hire. And then that all adds up. And then you've got a bit to play with, because the first few weeks here, I think people are hesitant to do brunches and stuff. But I do think you need to do that.
To make friends.
You'll meet people.
You meet so many people at brunch.
Definitely. Bring money, and you've got to be just resilient,
open-minded to work hard. Like you're in holiday mode though. At the same time, it's a really weird balance that because you'll be working so hard, but then you kind of have that little
and you're in a new city. Like you want to go and see places and explore that, especially if you've not been to Dubai, which a lot of people do. They just move out here.
I've never been before.
I hadn't. No. So obviously G was Miss Dubai over here.
I'm a big baller. I've been twice before.
Knows her way around. But I think you instantly want to kind of get to know, you want to get settled, you want to make your new friends and stuff like that. So I think a lot of people, it doesn't limit you if you don't actually have a bit of cash to just be able to go out.
The spare cash, like even just driving to like the beach in the evening where you have that separation from work. And you're just like, right, I'm just going to go and see a bit of Dubai or like.
But I also think there's so much free things that you can do as well. And to sort of socialise and meet people as well. So I definitely think people need to look into those sorts of things as well.
Definitely. And if you're a woman, it's so much easier.
The ladies' nights, oh my goodness. Like our nights are basically free, because like, if you get ladies' nights at like Sky 5 and stuff like that, I didn't pay a dime, only the taxi home. I mean, men, you suck to suck, but like.
Sorry guys.
Sorry boy.
You have enough. Honestly, give us something. So
no, it's I think that is the biggest mistake though some people make, is they come and they blow all their money on like going out.
I've heard that from so many people, and then they end up having to go home and they haven't actually managed to really even get into a lifestyle situation.
Exactly. Or they think they're going to make money quickly, which some people do. Don't get me wrong, but you have to be realistic, like in your head, if you're not going to work hard. So I think there's so many people. I mean, I've heard stories and I see it on the Facebook groups, like I've had to go home after 3 months but they do blame themselves. They're like, I just wanted to party, and that's what I did. So you've got to put in the graft.
Yeah.
So
a lot of people say in real estate as well to sort of give yourself around 3 months, isn't it? Until you can.
The 3 to 6 months.
Yeah, but like I've been here now for 3 months, and I still wouldn't be comfortable having no savings behind me because I'm doing deals, and I've probably earned enough to pay for the rent and for the car, but then what about food, what about petrol? So
it's like a safety blanket.
I would say 6 months just to be safe. I think around, I'd say between 10 and 15,000 pounds if you are wanting to really
if you want to do if you want to do things as well, like, because I know so many people come here for a holiday, then they start their job. I'm so glad I didn't do that, because I think it's so much harder than you think. Yeah. Like, because you do see on Instagram people making money from real estate. Yeah. Like that guy that actually came from Guy Lask Recruitment, who just sold like the most expensive villa, and you're like, it's going to be me, but you've just got to be realistic. Yeah. Yeah. Like, I think so many people think that they're going to come in. Yeah. Because the money you can make is massive, but you've just got to put the graft in. Yeah. I think another thing a lot of people do is they find it hard within maybe like the first 6 to 8 months. They find it really hard, which, don't get me wrong, it is, and a lot of people do, but they then don't realize that the work that they're actually putting in then is going to really benefit them further down the line. Because when you talk to a lot of the sales team after they've sort of done maybe like their 10 to 12 months or so, they say they don't say it's easy, but they say you've obviously built your client base together, haven't you? Yeah. And
absolutely. I think it's you've got to just persevere with it. It's a time game, 100%. If you've got enough savings to last you for the first 6 months, then you're good to go. I mean, obviously you've got to be a decent salesperson and all the rest of it, but it is a time game. I think there's so many people that could be decent agents but just haven't got the funds to last and have to go home, and it literally is just a matter of time before, and I think that switch as well from lettings to sales, that's another 3 months where you may not be making anything. So
because it's a very different game, isn't it? So when you do rental, and when you do sales, it's a completely different game.
Anything I'm making now, I'm trying to save as much as I can to then last me for that 3 months when we're switching over from rentals to sales, because it's just going to be it's going to be starting all over again. And that's the thing, you've just got to keep going.
What would your tips be for someone starting fresh, new starter, first day?
Don't worry what other people are doing. That's my one bit.
Absolutely.
For the whole job, no matter how, in a year's time, I will still be worried.
It's you versus you.
It's you can't look at how much they've done, how much money they've made. Just focus on working hard yourself. Put the calls in. Just do what you're doing, because if someone's just done 3 deals but you haven't done 1 yet, don't worry about that, because your time will come if you put the work in.
And everyone comes out here with different connections. So some people will actually come out here, they already know a few people and things like that, and then they get a few leads, or they'll go somewhere and just be in the most random place and then somehow
a lot of it is luck as well. People have met people in the lobby, one of the girls we started with, she's done so many deals, but she's always been in the right place, and she works her ass off, to be fair, but she met someone in a lobby for her first deal, and that was it. She got a deal.
Wasn't that on her first day?
It was her first day.
Mad.
And I'm just thinking but it is useful going to those places, go to your area, learn your area, because you will get one question, it could throw off a deal.
I do think that's a really good thing as well. When I'm out working with the different agents, it's so good if you know your area.
Yeah, definitely.
Because some people come out with so many different questions. Yeah. And if you're
and if you're,
it doesn't look great.
No. I think that's the thing as well, is try and stick to one area. I bet a lot of agents come out and they're I want to do downtown, Marina, Palm, all at the same time. You find one area and get to know it really well.
Make sure that you know the ins and outs of that area, everything about it.
I never would have thought I would have been doing my area that I'm doing before I came, and now I absolutely love my area. Love you, greens and views. But it's, I think as well, comparing yourself to people, you just can't do it, because everyone's area is different. For example, say Abby and Marina, she's got some expensive like rentals, whereas a lot of mine would be cheaper, or like say JVC and that.
Yeah.
And say I could be doing like 4 deals, but that would be equivalent to one of Abby's deals, like in terms of commission and like rental price.
It's the same with like transactions. So like Dubai Hills is a really new and up and coming area, so their transactions are way higher. And then where I'm in Arabian Ranches, it's like the transactions are lower, but they're more money. So it's kind of like it all balances out. So that's the hardest thing though, because you see them like deal, and you're like, I haven't had one for a week.
I know.
So what attracted you to joining McCone?
So I think it was because it's a smaller company, it's more close knit, family vibes, which sounds really cringeworthy, but honestly, when you get here, it's a life savior.
Yeah.
So it's
I think the training academy actually attracts so many new starters, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Especially if you've not done real estate before, because there's so many different companies that you can obviously join, and I think having a training academy is crucial, isn't it? Because
and they were really honest. Like I had 2 or 3 interviews before moving to Dubai, and their interview came across like the best. They were so honest with me. They didn't candy coat anything.
Yeah.
Like other companies, I won't mention names, but when I was in the interview, they were like, oh yeah, you could make money in your first 2 weeks. And I knew they were like BSing me.
Yeah.
Can I say that? Yeah. So, but with McCone, they were like, you're going to cry. You're going to have these moments. You're going to have like, it's hard work, but if you want to work hard, then like, they didn't candy coat anything. And you bonded with them straight away.
Yeah.
Chev, Chantel, like they were straight in kind of like friendly.
Yeah.
So.
Definitely. I couldn't think of anything worse than going to like one of these massive companies where literally you are just another number.
Yeah.
Like you will get chewed up and spat out. And like
you don't get the support. Like
it's just ridiculous.
And once you're in Dubai for a few months, you do start meeting other agents and you talk to them, and word of mouth out here is like crazy, especially in the estate agency world. Like you'll hear horror stories and you're like, oh my god.
You realise how good we've how good
we are so jammy, really. We're so lucky.
Yeah. Like, so lucky. I mean, I don't think with any other company you'd be as close as you are like with the managing directors.
Yeah.
Like being able to manage.
But then like, on the floor, like in the office. So like
well, they do the same job, like all 3 of our managing directors, or is that what they are? Yeah. They all do the job still. So like they do deals the same that we do deals. So they understand obviously like what it's like to do the job and the ups and downs, and
you can go to them and cry, and they'll help you. They'll help you pick up the pieces,
and they can see like, because they've been in our position as well. They can see like when you're putting in the hard work, they're like, this will pay off. It doesn't feel like it because you're not getting anything in the moment, but like a few months down the line, all this work and all the cold calling that you're doing, it will work out.
And they are so supportive as well, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Yeah. They are.
Well, it's been great talking with you both today, and I hope we've given everyone an insight into joining real estate.
And dry shampoo.
Fish and chips.
Yeah.
Noodles. Subscribe to my YouTube channel.